Welcome. 2026 in the bag. Currently inside my house because it is 10 degrees outside and dark. We're going to start off with the bag. Got the Squatch Lore bag. This is a smaller version of the Squatch bags. Holds up to 22 discs. You could probably get a little more if you have less putters or less mid ranges. But I really only need this because I bag about 20 to 22 discs. So it works perfectly. Start with putting putters. I got the Pixels. These are in the soft electron plastic, which is really nice, grippy when it's really cold outside or when it gets wet. I used to have just the regular medium electron plastic, but when it does get cold or wet, they get a little bit more slippery. So this is honestly the perfect if you want these kind of putters, but you need the grip. So Electron Soft. I never used to putt with soft plastic, but just switched up this year just to try it out. Then moving on to my throwing putters, I have 4. This is my most understable throwing putter. I wouldn't call it super understable as maybe a spin, but I would say that it's a nice just flip up and go straight, maybe fade out, or just keep on continuing to go straight, or go right if you're throwing backhand. This is a Eclipse Watt. The cool thing about this one, got in the Gyropalooza box, it doesn't glow green, it glows blue. So that's really cool. Next one, this is my straight to slightly overstable, I would say very slightly overstable throwing putter. This is a Proton Pilot. It's a 0-2 flight numbers, and I think it is really true to that. Throw it flat and straight, goes dead straight, and then fades out the end a little bit. If you need to, it'll stay in a hyzer if you put on a hyzer. Never really flip up. So this means just a good putter. Okay, my 2 faster speed throwing putters. This is a Tempo from the 2024 OTB Open release. This is the Proton Soft Plastic. I haven't tried the Neutron Plastic, or I think there's an Eclipse, but this one, everything I could ask for. It flies like a 0 turn with a 2.5 fade, maybe 2-ish. I would say closer to 2-ish, maybe 1.5. It's not more overstable than an Envy, I think, especially a fresh one. So this is just nice. It's nice and slim, as probably like a Hex, I would say, as far as rim depth. But really nice on the backhand, the forehand comes out really clean on both, and couldn't ask for anything more than that. I used to throw a Envy in this spot actually, but I like this because I have more of the nicer forehand release as compared to an Envy. So that's why. Next, last one, most overstable throwing putter. I have Entropy. Really overstable. I mean, honestly, everyone needs one. It's a little bit more than a zone, depending on which one you have. Obviously, if you have like a Z zone, I know those things are pretty overstable. So comparable to that, I used to have another neutron or cosmic neutron one, but it got too old. Switched it out. Have a fresh one. Hopefully, it flies the same as that one because that one's awesome. We'll see. On to the mids. I got 4 mids. Starting out with the most understable, Neutron Hex. I think this was one of the first hexes that got released. First runs, at least. It's just nice. Flip up, turn a little bit, have a little bit of a integrity at the end. That's what I use it for. It's understable. Next up, we have a Total Eclipse Hex. This is just a nice flip up, never really turn over. It just flipped flat, cruise straight, little fade at the end. Great compliment to my last one. More of a fresher flight of a hex. Next step up, we got the balance. This is the stock run, so nothing crazy about this one. I wanted something a little bit more than the hex and a little bit less than the next disc I'm going to show, but perfect if you want a true 0-2 flight. And they're great in the headwinds. They fly just like a hex in the headwinds, like Simon wanted. All right. Prism Neutron Pyro. Great disc, honestly. If you haven't thrown a Pyro and you like to throw MVP, get yourself a Pyro. Nothing more than that. Overstable mid-range, and it does its job. Okay, on to fairways. I have 5 fairways, starting out with the most understable. It's going to be this R2 Crave. I used to throw Craves a lot, got away from them, moved to a Drift, which is a straight to understable fairway. Got beat up a lot. Got this in the Driver Palooza box. Came in handy. Perfect. Fits that spot. I'll just flip up, kind of turn, and then have just a little bit at the end. Not really much, but just a little bit. Okay, next up in stability is going to be a Plasma Insanity. Never thrown an Insanity before until recently. Probably played 2-3 rounds with this, but it flies exactly how I wanted my Drift to stay forever. So it's a nice flip up to go straight forever and just really not even really fade out. I mean, obviously to fade a little bit, but not super crazy. That's Insanity. I really like it. Next up, we have an R2 Resistor. Didn't know if I was going to like this one. Threw it a couple times. It's a nice flip up on a hyzer, go, and then fade out a decent amount. Not really a lot, but still have integrity at the end to where you know in a headwind, you can flip up, turn a little bit, but still come out. Next up ability is an actual proton resistor. So I didn't know if I was going to like this one either. Got it, not when it first came out, but kind of recently. So I'm still in between of wanting to keep it or switching it out with a Volt, I think is what I have for its replacement. But this is nice. It's not really a 0 at 3.5. It's kind of like a 0.2. A nice straight flight, not really dump really hard, because I know that some of these, I think it's the Eclipse run, really, really dumpy, and they're just fall out of the sky. But I could get some actual good push out of this. And that's going to be it for that one. Next, the Silver Stable fairway, Fireball. Everyone needs one. The Fireball is nice, slim, has a nice flat top, which I like for my forehands and my backhands. It flies like how it's supposed to. Overstable fairway, 9-speed. It's great. Okay, moving on to my last slots in the bag, which is my distance drivers. So this is a Trail, which is a 10-speed, but honestly it flies like an 11-speed. Could possibly even push close to my 12 speeds. So the Trail, it's a nice flip up to go straight forever. Honestly, I think it's the Insanity or a Crave, just flies almost another extra 150 feet, which is really nice. Next, we got a Wave. This is a Proton Wave. I was used to throw a Neutron Wave, which was significantly flippier. So this is kind of just a flip up to go straight, have a little bit of fade out, flip up, turn a lot, have a little bit. Compared to the Neutron ones, which they're just flip up and kind of go right forever, have a little tiny bit at the end. Next, I have a time lapse. I'm almost positive this is the first run of them because it has the kind of different riding and time lapse on the rim. I threw it probably 4 times and it flies like a neg 1.3, probably 0.3 honestly. So just nice overstable or distance driver. Next step down from that is the new retooled run of the time lapse. Neg 1.2 is what it says. I think it pretty much flies like that. Maybe 0.2, but it's a nice, just controllable fairway driver. And last, not a fairway driver, a distance driver. Last distance driver, the Mayhem. I didn't know if I was gonna like this one because of the rim, but honestly, it's really comfortable for a Setso 13 speed. It's a nice flip up, go forever, have a little bit more integrity than the Wave, but not as much as the one time lapse I just showed. So it's nice right in between where I need to fill a slot, and hopefully I get more because these things go forever. Well, that's going to conclude the disc portion of this. A little bit of extras. I got this cool little keychain that my brother made for me. I got in these pockets. I have an extra towel, some resistant bands. Yeah, that's about it for that one. And for this pocket over here, got a disc retriever. If you need one, buy them on Amazon. They're like, I don't even know how much, but they're a lifesaver. If you have a local shop that has them, buy one, because you don't want to be throwing rocks up into a tree or just grabbing another tree limb and trying to fish out of the lake or river or anything with water. So they're really awesome to have, really honest, convenient all the time. Then I got a couple pins. I have a dipper from Gravity Falls. My little sister, we used to watch it all the time, and she has a Mabel one that she has, and she gave me that one, which is really cool because she's like Mabel and I'm like Dipper. And then I have a Team Pure flight pin, which is really cool. I have a Pennsylvania disc golf right there. Then I have a Team Pure flight patch. And that's going to conclude this bag. In the bag. Thank you, Luke and Danielle at Pure Flight, for sponsoring for the 2026 season. I'm excited for it to get started. I don't like this cold weather. I'm not from here. I don't like it. It's 10 degrees outside and there's snow everywhere. So let's get out of the season. Let's get started into the disc golf season so it's nice and warm outside. If you need anything, disc golf, discs, bags, beanies, hats, whale sacks, pins, go over to pureflight.com. Use my code PurePine at checkout for 10% off almost everything. And stay up moving. Bye.